So far we discussed, right? So what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage? So now why starts we already discussed, right? So we need to download. So starts installation, right? So what is the starts framework, you understood? You understood, right? How we are going to define? So we are going to define one extra configuration, that is struts-config.xml. There we are going to do configuration and all. So this struts installation file will be available in Apache website. We need to download and we need to write. See, editing web.xml file, creating empty struts configuration.xml. Start your server. Now you can come here. See in how web.xml we are going to configure. So I told you, right? So we need to configure one action servlet. This action servlet is going to take care of all what we are defining in struts-config.xml. Clear? See, if servlet is starting, right, what is the class we require? So our login.servlet extends with servlet, right? Hello.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Like that, in Struts framework, they already defined one action servlet. That is, we are going to call it as action servlet. This is one of the class. What it will do? So it will come as under org.apache.struts.action. This is the fully qualified name. So which is one of the servlet class. So that servlet name we are going to call it as action. So what exactly it will do? It will load the param name as config. So inside the config, what we are having? Inside the web.inf, struts-config.xml is the file. So that we are loading in web.xml. Clear? So how your Tomcat server will read? Always your Tomcat server will look for web.xml. So what you are going to configure in web.xml, if you want to work with Struts framework, you need to configure one of the action servlet which was provided by Struts framework. So what that action servlet will read? So that action servlet will read struts.config file, struts-config.xml. What this struts-config.xml will contains. Now you need to understand. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, struts-config.xml contains three important elements which we are going to describe for action. Form beans. Form beans. Form beans means model layer. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Form beans means model layer. By using these form beans, we are going to exchange the data from controller to database. And
Okay.
by using this form bean, we are going to capture the data from view to controller. These form beans will use for both the way. Getting the
Okay.
data from UI to controller, controller to database. That we will show. That we will see. Don't worry. I will show you one example. So form bean is the concept. So which is for model layer, including name and type like class name. Action mappings contains action defined. You are getting? So action mappings, what it will do? Like how servlet.java will do, right? So the same way action mappings we need to define. This action mapping will contains actual logic, actual business logic, how servlet service method is going. Clear?
Okay, sir.
The same way global forwards. Now, earlier we discussed, right? In web.xml, we are routing the URL, right? Like if it is success, it will go for success.jsp. It is for failure, it will go for failure.jsp. Like
Failure.
that, this is the tag is going to define. So where we want to route the actual result. Either it would be success or it would be failure. Means, so these are the tags we are going to include. Now you can see struts architecture, how it will be. There are two key components, data and business logic performed on this data. So to presentation of the help, it is structuring the components in Java web apps, control flow web application, strictly separate the components. So strictly separate the components means view, controller and model. Here presentation, business logic and controller is achieved. So business logic means model layer which we are going to append from controller to database. You can see this. A famous design pattern break an application into three parts. One is model. Model means which we already discussed. Business logic. Business logic that it is going to interact with DB. See, the problem domain is represented by the model. View layer. View layer means presentation logic. Controller means how to use the model to get something done. Clear? So means controller is for exchanging the data from view to model, model to database. You can see this is the design pattern. You are seeing?
Yes, sir. Controller combines its model and view both the axes, na sir.
Yes.
Controller is a database only.
No. Controller is one of the class which will capture the data from client and it will give it to model layer. It will not interact with the database. Even though if you want to write that logic, it will act as like that. But now we are trying to split all the logic because your team is having one UI developer, one controller developer, one model developer. So model developer, what he will do? He will develop the database part. So your service developer, like Java developer, will develop controller layer and beans. And your UI, right? UI developer, 3 members is there, right? They will develop view layer. So what they will ask, what we are going to develop as a Java developer. So and so database for to get the data from this table, to push the data to this table, I have developed so and so service. Please use this URL to integrate at UI side. You are going to publish that URL to UI team. And what are the parameters you are using in model like Java Bean? That parameters you are going to give him. So he is going to integrate that in view layer.
Okay.
Now see here. So if you want to develop one module, so parallelly it will take 3 days, let us assume, to develop view layer 1 day, to develop JS like Java code 1 day, to develop database is 1 day. Now you are having 3 developers, who is from UI, who is from service, who is from DB. So how many days it will take? Within 1 day we are able to complete. Here, this is the advantage of MVC design pattern. So if it is tightly coupled like servlets and JSPs, is it possible to complete within 1 day?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
See, now you are trying to develop this requirement by using servlets and JSPs. So servlets and JSPs.
It's not possible.
Yes.
It's not possible. Entire they will create again one more.
Yeah. So means so the total dependency having in one developer, that's what they are unable to complete. So now we are having UI layer, service layer, database. Even though you are trying to make it as each developer, right? They will focus on more to improve their technology and improve the business and improve the performance of application. Let us assume you are not having sufficient time. Just you will develop for the sake of being, whether it is working or not. If you are having sufficient time, you will be able to progress. You will do some design. Like suppose you are expecting only fields, they are going to apply some validations and all, they will take care. Your service side also some validation you will take care. DB side they will test end to end. It is nullable or something. This is what MVC design pattern splitted to each layer to improve the application performance, and we can achieve by using MVC pattern. So we can deliverables would be very quick manner.
Okay. Sir, I have one more doubt
Yes.
here. MVC here diagram.
Okay.
View controller was processing on the model Java Bean only, sir.
Yes, that's what I'm going to see. As of now, don't worry. Just remember this model. We will take one stats example, how it is mapping, we will see. Then you will understand what is exactly Java Bean is.
Okay. Then after getting the data, fetch the database, sir.
Yes.
Then database will access the data from model, then processing to browser.
No. First, now you are trying to get the employee details. Let us assume. So we developed one UI. So whenever you are
Okay.
giving one employee ID and whenever you are clicking on fetch, based on that employee ID, so we are going to call one action controller action, like suppose employee controller we are developed. So what we are passing one employee ID to controller. So it will capture from UI to controller. Once that ID is captured, what it will happen? It will identify appropriate controller, right? Inside the controller, we are going to merge the bean. So which is fit for that model. Which is fit for that model means which is suitable for that employee class. So that bean will invoke and it will interact with database.
Database. Okay. Then
So
after getting the data,
after getting the data, we will have list of values which is having this Java bean. So
okay,
as a model, that Java bean directly push that as a response to browser. Inside the browser,
directly it go to browser only, sir.
always it will go to controller. Controller is going to give response as a browser. Either it would be XML format, either it would be JSON format, either it would be Java bean object directly.
Okay.
That part we will come. As of now, you are clear, right? Model view controller.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Rajsekhar is not asking any questions. Arvind, what about Arvind? Arvind is not there. Okay, no problem. Let's go. See, you are seeing, right? Just now we discussed how many components we need to develop. One is controller servlet. Another one
Okay.
is business logic action class. So after that, we need to develop one model class. After that, view to browser. So before going to do this controller class, so that controller class where we need to configure struts config.xml.
XML.
This struts
Okay.
configure.xml where we need to configure inside web.xml.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, one more doubt. Here, client browser asking like Facebook here,
Okay.
login page, username, password. We have to create controller. Go to
Exactly.
view first.
Login. Yes, login controller we need to develop. That login
And
controller. Yeah. Now you are giving.
XM.
Yes. That's what. Just wait. Just wait.
Okay. 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 Sorry. Sorry.
Just wait. No problem. Just wait. Let me go for notepad. Okay. let it be. Now in starts. So what are the files we required? Web.xml. So what
Sure.
exactly this web.xml? We need to configure. What we need to configure?
View.
No. We need to configure one action servlet, which was provided by struts component. So that we are going to call it as action servlet. So what action servlet will read? Struts dot config dot xml. So this is one-time configuration which we are going to do in web.xml because we want to use struts component futures because that all futures were enabled in action servlet. Clear?
Okay.
Now fine. Now second step. Let's you are talking about login.jsp. So another step is login dot not servlet. Here action controller. Clear? Login action controller because we are following MVC pattern. Dot Java. After that, what do you need to prepare? Login model. Clear? Or login bean. So once this is done, what you need to do? So these are done. Now what you need to
Yes.
do? So it's always in the
That
login
is clear.
controller. Again, what we will have?
Web.
Yeah, here we will have again database related connections and stuff, other stuff. So, but this database connection, we are going to capture all values by directly using login bin. Now, this XML configuration we required, right? How the web.xml we are going to configure for one servlet, right? The same way you need to configure struts configuration file. That I will show you how it is configuring. Now here action class you need to define. Inside the action class tag, this is the tag you need to define. Inside the action class tag, action -class, you need to define action class name. So logical name you need to give. After this tag, then you need to mention class name equal fully qualified name. What is the package we are going to give? So like this, you need to configure, and in the same struts configuration file, forward mapping, if forward -mapping tag you are going to use to route the success or failure page.
Failure. Okay.
Yeah, this
Then
is
after
how.
coming controller.
Yes. Now request came to controller. This controller will read all struts configuration file. So in this struts configuration file, based on our requirement, n number of action classes, models, and forwards we are going to include here. When your server is starting, web.xml will read. Inside the web.xml, we are configuring action servlet. That action servlet will read struts configuration.xml. What are the classes we are configured? It will create the object and it will ready for serve the clients. So now you are giving login request. So you already configured login.action servlet, that already container create the object. So that based on that object, it will route appropriate action class business logic. Then it will identify appropriate model class and it will interact with the database. And finally, it will get the some results set. That results will throw to view layer. Here there is no again go back to controller directly because you are doing forward mapping. The same object directly it will go to view layer.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In servlet service method is accepting request and response. That's why you need to go back and again you need to give to view. Here we are directly throwing to forward mappings with logic.
Okay.
You can see here, browser, action servlet, which is reading action class, then business logic, database. So from action class to action form, that directly interacting with JSP pages. See, this pages contain servlet container. What that servlet container means? Starts action class, starts action servlet, which is going to configure in web.xml.
Okay.
This is the action servlet. It will load the all starts config files, which we are going to mention in starts config.xml. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's see one example. Then you will understand more what I am saying. Starts example. Any doubt as of now?
No.
Rashekar, hope you are getting everything what you are expected. Now we are covering, right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
See, now this is the user table which we are creating. So what user table is contain number, varchar, let it be. So now how the flow is going to execute? What we are having? Login, logout, profile. So now starts.xml we need to define. Now you can see starts is the basic tag which we need to develop. It is the ending tag. So we are mentioning everything here. You can see action name, login process. Login process, what it is doing? Login class it is calling. So once what it is the result? Once this login is going, if it is success, directly result name equal to success. So where we are routing to login.success page. Here directly we are mapping.
Okay.
Clear? Now you can
Yes,
come
sir.
to logout. Logout is the method. So in the login class, so logout is one of the method. In the servlet, there is no option in service. Clear? So we only need to write do get or do paste. So for each request, there is no method concept. Now you can see again like that profile also. Come here. Now what is happen? Login implements session aware. Here private, this is setter and getter. Login DAO, this is DAO related. Include. Let me take another example. Login success web.xml. Now you can see login success web.xml JSP page which accepts login name and password. Success. If the login name and password created matches to the database username and project, then we are loading success.jsp web.xml. See now action servlet starts config.xml welcome.html. See this welcome.html means we can directly, whenever our service is start, automatically browser will load. Means this action servlet will throw to browser to display that. Struts config file contains the XML which used to configure Struts framework login application. Now what is the another one? Login action for process. Login form means model class like setters and getters. Application resource properties for database. Clear? Now login.jsp. What they are mentioning here, submit form in the login form. See, now you can see, right? Login form is the class is using both. You are getting? It is using in both. It is using in view layer. Clear?
Yes.
See, this is the login form is the class. See, login form extended with action form. In the login form, what they are defining? Login ID and password and a method. So this is the reset method for validation. See, these validations also we can apply. As of now, you can ignore these two methods. What form is contains just setters and getters. See, now I told you, right? Bean is the class which is going to use to interact with client to controller, like browser to controller, controller to database.
Okay.
That's what we are going to make it as bean. That bean class we are going to develop. See, once that is done, bean class definition is done. Now action servlet, we already observed, right? How we are going to configure web.xml. Now this starts config file, how look like, you can see. Starts config is the tag. You are going to starting and ending. Form beans mean which bean we are going to use. Form bean name is login form.
Login form.
So which is fully qualified name. So which login form will contains, there are two variables it will contains. One is username, another one is
Username,
password.
password.
So now your bean creation, form bean creation is done. Now you need to develop your control, like your action, login action. You can come here, Control C, Control F, Control V. How login action look like? See, login action extends dispatch action. So inside that, what we are getting? This is the action. Process login is the method. It is going to get action map and action form. See now how servlet request, right? The
Yes, sir.
same way action form is going to get the data from UI. This is the action forward. So once all logic will come. Now login form, that form. So here the form is going to get from UI. We are converting and we are processing. This is how the mapping is look like. Now in the starts configuration file, they clearly mention. So what login action is the map. Now how it is going to identify the pages. See, once this login action form, the method, what is the method is to invoke? Method. The method name is going to invoke as a true. That method will invoke. So once everything will success, if any error or failure will come, so what is the path it should go? Success.jsp. What is the path it should go if we get error? Login.jsp. Means if any error will come, again we need to reroute the login.jsp. That's what they mentioned. This is how the starts configuration file look like. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you are clear on starts, right?
Yes, sir.
So you no need to know end to end, just high level you need to remember. So what are the components we required? So one of the action servlet we need to configure in web.xml. That action servlet will ask us to share the struts configuration file. Inside the struts configuration file, we are going to map all action classes and forms and JSPs, like view layer. Means struts configuration is struts config.file is the file which we are going to map all the classes. Now coming to model layer, sometimes so Hibernate is introduced for ORM layer. So ORM means, now you can see this example, the same example we are going to discuss. Where it is, not this one I think so, right? Yeah, here one DAO class is there, login.dao, right? No DAO class, here inside the DAO classes, what they are doing, they are establishing the connection. They are establishing the connection and they are trying to get the database model value. So that is also automated. We no need to define any forms, any beans. So directly ORM, object relation model. So we no need to define any database entity, any database table. We no need to insert. There is a ORM framework introduced to overcome all the problems. Just we need to do some XYZ configuration. It is create for it will create for us all table names, all database queries, all the required database configurations it will do for us if we are going to use ORM framework. Even this struts will support for ORM framework. Means we can integrate other frameworks also. It means, so now you want to use any JMS, any NetB, like any EJBs, so struts framework will support. That's what it is going to say. So later we will discuss about what is JDBC, what is Hibernate, what are the drawbacks of JDBC, so how it was going to overcome. Now one more feature is there in the struts that I already told you, right? Related to tiles.
Right.
What is tiles? Tiles means it is one of the framework, so which we are going to develop at UI. So tiles is the framework. We are going to divide each page as like this. Clear? So header part we are going to divide, menu, body, footer. Means, so it was dividing into components. There are 20 screens in your page, your application. So we no need to write each header part. We no need to include that into each page. Just you define that into filter. That header.jsp automatically will route into all pages. If you configure footer, it will do. See, like that, we are going to define, we are going to achieve by using tiles concepts. Clear?
Yes, sir.
You no need to develop anything. You are going to just note it. So what is the tiles concept? So tiles concept is developed by Struts framework to make sure UI is more flexible. So it is for view layer. Tiles framework is developed for by Struts. So to do more automation at view layer, it will divide each page as a components. So which we are going to divide. Each components based on our requirement we are going to display. Whereas coming to JSP, this feature is not there. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Clear or any doubts?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So far we are done with struts also. Now tomorrow we are going to discuss what is the drawbacks from struts. So how we are going to overcome in Spring. So again, tomorrow I will try to figure out even drawbacks of Spring. Clear? So then day after tomorrow.